Okay, I'm endeavoring to further answer the question, how do the hands work in the golf swing and how does that relate to this trainer? And so I've sat and explored things and I came up with an idea that explains it and I think is also creates a good visual reference. So, well, I'll start with a club here. So, the impulse which seems natural with a club is to want to do an initial pull the club head away and then go back at it. But that's actually not the most efficient way to use your hands in a golf swing, and I'll explain why. You want to get to impact like this. I think most people that have studied the golf swing understand that you want to be there. So if you go to there as your first move, then you have to have an unmoving function of that right hand all the way, and the only way to do that would be to gradually keep accelerating all the way through this thing, which is very hard to do, and maybe it's not even possible. So what you actually want to feel, and you won't see this once you get up to speed, what you want to feel is that you're actually going this way a little bit and then this way, and you can see how that creates a whole period of time where you can be coming down and still adding that motion onto your club. So then it becomes much easier. If I go like that, it's much easier to get there at impact than if I go like this and then try to get there. It just doesn't happen. It's just you end up, the force is pulling this way, and so you end up getting past that hand a little bit and flipping. So here's what I came up with. I think this is, I just modified my E-bell with white electrical tape, and you can put it on and take it off. So here's what you're going to do to feel how the hands should work through the swing. And this happens all the way up, all the way down. You want to get that feeling, but to do it in a small way, you want to feel like your first move is to, you're looking with your eyes at this white line, and you want to feel like the first move is for that white line to become vertical, sort of, and be at the ball, and then move back without changing very much. So that's your first move, like that, going that way, and you're keeping, the way you can feel it in your hands is there is no weight shift. Your hands stay sort of level, so you're not pulling with this hand, you're not letting it necessarily fall more that way, you're just keeping sort of an even hand pressure. There's nothing, the hands can essentially be passive, and because you're moving, you're going to get a little lag anyway. So you move back to there. At that point it flips up, and then you want to get through and be there. And you can see that if I just passively hold this, I don't know if you can see the line from the ball to my eye, but now if I'm just right here and passively holding this, where I've drawn this line, there's impact right there. So you can see that I've got a little bit of forward shaft lean. I'm a little bit, chest is a little open. I've basically gotten myself into impact. So setup, you can start here. If you like to start here, you can do that too. Doesn't matter. I tend to start a little more with a straight arm. But even if you start with a straight arm, you want to get a little this way first. That's advantageous in terms of timing the hinging and release of the club. So, but I think the easiest is to maybe just start right here, move to there, so there, and then through, there, and through. And you want to see, if you're watching this line, you want to see it come through and not get past your eye line until after the ball. So there, 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 there. And then you've got your feeling now. So now take and do that with the club. So there, there, and really teeny swings. And you'll get a feeling for this, and you'll see why it's so much easier to time than trying to time this. It's actually it looks complicated, but it's actually much easier. So, didn't strike that one terribly well. Go again. So it gives you all sorts of time in transition to feel like you start going, and then you can release the club. So that was a better one. So there it is. So get your feeling with your trainer. You can work on that little hand action motion where you let it drag a little bit even. Or like I did before, you can tick something behind. So you get yourself to there, then it goes up, and then you're ready to go through. You can feel like you're holding some tension in here. You don't want your arms to trail, you want the club to trail, but you want to have some rigidity in your arm to keep that, to move that handle so it stays always, if this makes sense, in front of the club head. So you're taking this club head and you're whipping it around, right? So as soon as you get past your hands, no, I'm not whipping it anymore. It's just past my hands, then I have to turn around. But here, it's behind my hands, behind my hands, behind my hands, behind my hands, following, following, following all the way around. So, but just get it in a little way and then start building it up. So. And you'll find that you start producing a lot of power with a pretty low effort swing.